This is the Weekly Geek News Show, episode 20 for February 20th, 2015. Wow, episode 20 on the 20th. That's wonderful. I am your host, Mike Lewis, the geek of many things, and as you know, I am the master of none of them. This is the show where we review the news from the past week in tech and pop culture, and I search the web for the best and latest in geek news so you don't have to. Thank you for liking today's show, subscribing to the channel, and sharing with your friends and family about the show. If you feel like you get some value out of the show, please give some value back by sharing it with others. Also today, once again, I've got Philip.
Oh, hi.
And Aaron to help me out with these headlines.
Hi.
You can follow what we talk about today on the Tumblr blog at weeklygeeknewsshow.tumblr.com. Throughout the week, I will update it on the news that we talk about on Friday, the headlines, and links to stories, and also link to the video for this show. So head on over to weeklygeeknewsshow.tumblr.com to find out more about these stories. And with that, we are now on to the headlines of the news, starting off with movies and television. Pirates of the Caribbean number 5, called Dead Men Tell No Tales. The plot has been released this week, and this movie has officially moved into production. Johnny Depp will once again return as Captain Jack Sparrow. The official plot synopsis is, quote, "Thrust into the all-new adventure, a down-on-his-luck Captain Jack Sparrow finds the winds of ill fortune blowing even more strongly when deadly ghost pirates led by his old nemesis, the terrifying Captain Salazar, escape from the Devil's Triangle, determined to kill every pirate at sea, including him. Captain Jack's only hope of survival lies in seeking out the legendary Trident of Poseidon, a powerful artifact that bestows upon its possessor total control over the seas."
Now, during this, he's going to run into Percy Jackson, right?
I hope so.
That would be cool.
Or the guy from Ariel's dad, yeah. Set to be released on July 7th, 2017.
J.J. Abrams and his Bad Robot Company are working on a Thomas Edison movie. They'll be working with Paramount to tell the story of the life of the inventor, and in the future we may also see movies about other inventors such as Westinghouse and Tesla.
And then there's going to be an all-out brawl.
So there's going to be, like a comic book movie, we'll first do plot set up for all three inventors, and then we will see a battle royale between all these inventors.
I think it should be like Batman versus Superman, but they're together, they fight, and then they come together to create something good for the world.
I think, this is a recipe either for just total awesomeness or disaster because, you got Edison, who perfected the light bulb, and J.J. Abrams, who perfected the lens flare. So, this is going to be like lens flare city.
Once he invents the light bulb, the audience goes, "I'm blind! I can't see anything."
Actually, I'm very excited for this because Edison recently has been getting a bad reputation by people who are like, Tesla. And,
Tesla invented the electric car, too, so.
And the spaceship. And, and they're both great inventors. I think they both are great in their own right. I'm very excited for that one. Moving on. Director Neil Blomkamp will direct the next Alien movie. He'll work on he's worked earlier on a series of concept drawings and storylines, but not with authorization from the studio. 20th Century Fox wants to bring him in to design and direct the film.
Young Nightcrawler for X-Men has been cast for the new X-Men Age of Apocalypse movie. Nightcrawler first appeared in X2, X-Men United, and he was played by Alan Cumming. If you're not familiar with this guy, he's blue-skinned mutant with a pointed tail that has the ability to teleport from location to location.
He's also a fan of Mozart's Requiems and other classical music, which you can tell by the opening. Marina Bakarin has joined the cast of the Deadpool movie. She'll be playing as yet unnamed female lead, a romantic interest for our favorite Merc with the Mouth, who is going to be played by Ryan Reynolds. Bakarin is most popularly known for her role in Firefly, but she's also been in Homeland, and most recently has been in the TV series Gotham as Jim Gordon's love interest.
Now, let me just get in there a little bit. In Gotham, I've been watching Gotham. I've been enjoying it. She's replaced the very boring first love interest, Barbara, which might come back, I guess, Barbara Gordon. But anyways, I don't know. But she's been really good in that as not only love interest, but she plays a key role in the police department as the medical examiner as well.
Moving on, first look at Aquaman for the Batman vs. Superman movie Dawn of Justice has been released. Aquaman will be played by Jason Momoa. The image was tweeted out this week by director Zack Snyder.
There have been character profile videos released this week for the upcoming TV series Thunderbirds Are Go, based off the classic marionette puppet TV series.
The marionettes, that's what they are.
Yes, black and white and back in the day. This gives us a first look at character design and animation. And as announced in earlier shows, this animation is done by Weta Studios, who also did special effects for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I think mostly it's headed by Peter Jackson in his movies.
Bridging the gap between television and toys, the Settlers of Catan film and television rights have been acquired by producer Gail Katz of Air Force One and The Perfect Storm. And I'm assuming that we're going to get to see Harrison Ford say to a robber, "Get off my island!" Because that would be the best tag for that movie.
It's kind of funny how you Harrison Ford mixed with Catan. I don't see the connection there, but
Air Force One.
Air Force One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So of course Harrison Ford will be.
Kat's got it. She's got it in.
There's no indication yet whether the plan is to create a movie or a TV series.
So also in toys, Toy Fair 2015.
They say Toy Fair 3 times fast.
Toy Fair.
Toy.
2014 has been going on in New York. Some of the most exciting toys revealed. Hello Barbie connects to your home Wi-Fi, communicates with your child with voice recognition and artificial intelligence. The question is, will she also advertise to your child? If she does, this would qualify as the first doll that is actually evil. Instead of just
pretending to be.
It would be the next horror movie. Let me out of the room, Barbie. I don't think so.
Also, 1,685 piece Lego.
That's
Ultimate
a lot of
TIE
Legos.
Fighter. Ultimate TIE Fighter.
Must buy this
for toddlers, right? It's made out of Duplos.
Exactly, yes.
No.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And then Star Wars Blade Builders. You can build your lightsaber even crazier than what we saw in the Force Awakens trailer or in the many memes that have
popped up since then.
Yes. The kit includes a main weapon, an extension, parts, and blades. You can make a lot of different combinations of lightsabers, probably some that would be dangerous to hold if they actually were working lightsabers. Oh, and also, last thing from the Toy Fair, Jurassic World. We got detailed looks from the toys at many of the dinosaurs of Jurassic World, including the Indominus Rex or D-Rex, the T-Rex, the Velociraptor, and more.
It's wonderful.
I just want to see the Velociraptors on motorcycles.
I just want Star-Lord. Oh, wait. Star-Lord on a motorcycle. Into gaming, Spawn may appear in Mortal Kombat 10 or X, and this would fit perfectly among the current roster of characters. Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, is in talks with Warner Brothers to include him in the upcoming game. Mortal Kombat has other outside characters in the past, including Kratos from the God of War series for PlayStation and Freddy Krueger for Mortal Kombat 9. No word yet on when we'll see Smash Brothers versus Mortal Kombat mashup. However, I would love to see that. You can tear out Mario's heart.
Yeah.
Or Yoshi can eating the other people. That'd be great.
I'm sure that'd be fantastic.
Dine on him.
On to tech news. YouTube is launching a new app for children on Android devices, and parents rejoice. It's going to be called YouTube Kids. They're going to offer original content aimed at kids as well as other YouTube channels for children. It will allow parents to set timers so children don't watch too long, and children can choose from shows, music, learning, or explore, which will all be part of the kids' top videos. This is going to be released on February 23rd, and all parents who have ever had to sit clicking on the next truck video for their toddler after 3 minutes are going to rejoice.
Never have it. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yes, every single day of
every
my life.
single day.
Moving on in tech news, Sony has come up with their own version of smart glasses like Google Glass. It's a heads-up display with voice recognition and a camera, so it mimics very closely what Google had to offer. Unfortunately, not only has Google has decided that this might not be a good idea, so they're late to the game, and with a less qualified contender, their version is larger and uglier than Google Glass.
Uglier is a matter of opinion, but you're right, it is uglier.
And also only has 150 minutes on a full battery charge, so you have to go sit by a plug-in while you're looking at things. It's only available currently in the developer version, and should be seen as a purchasable prototype, not a final product. So those stats could get better. Like Oculus Rift has gotten smaller over time, looking better. It doesn't look like it's going to break your neck over time.
Crush your vertebrae as you're trying to use it for Minecraft.
But if you want a long extension cord so you can walk around and look at things instead of having to sit close to one while it's recharging, you can pre-order now for $840.
Well, I think it's interesting. This is giving you less than the Google Glass, but it's larger, and the screen is only in green coloring, shaded green. It looks like a Game Boy screen almost. And also the thing that is the processors in there, and the thing you speak into is like a little hockey puck size things you clip onto your clothes.
But what you're missing,
watch the video I'm showing right now. It's really interesting, but I don't know. I'm hoping to see more in the future how this goes. So.
What you're missing, Mike, is everything that you look at is in 3D.
That's amazing. Wow. So these glasses will make the world around me in 3D.
Oh, yes.
I've been looking forward to that.
It's going to be amazing. Full color.
My life
high
is
definition.
so flat, so...
Slightly green tinged.
Wonderful. Another thing that can improve our lives is the Apple Car. Say, what? You're saying? It's Apple Car. Well, Apple has been hiring car experts for secret projects and automatic tech and vehicle design experts from all around the industry, including Tesla. Rumors point to Apple creating their own car. Bloomberg is reporting that Apple is pushing the team to have a vehicle ready to sell by 2020, but that's a rumor by Bloomberg. So they could be the car, or they could just be devices and parts that can work with existing manufactured cars, including self-driving tools, street mapping technology, CarPlay entertainment components, and cited this last week was a van with Apple components and Apple engineers working on things inside of them.
So the goal then isn't that they're not getting all these people to make their own version of Robotech then.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. With the big old Apple signal on it.
Yep.
That'd be great.
That'd be pretty cool. Moving on to ways you can pay for your upcoming Apple Car or your pre-order for Google Glass. Samsung is going to buy Loop Pay to compete with Apple Pay. Loop Pay can be placed next to any credit card reader in order to pay. It doesn't need NFC to communicate as required by Apple Pay and Google Wallet, which means it should open it up to more retailers who aren't going to have to add additional components to their already existing pay systems. It's currently available in iPhone cases and small keychain fobs. However, it should be integrated into future Samsung phones, so you don't have to buy an additional thing to carry around with you to use the payment system.
And those are the headlines for this week. No comments this week, but go ahead and comment in the video below, or else email us at weeklygeeknewsshow@gmail.com. And a really quick discussion, I was curious on how my co-host thought of, everything going digital with our phones or key fobs, and so we don't have to swipe cards and everything. We have Google Wallet, we have Apple Pay, and now we're going to have Loop Pay with Samsung phones. I'm a Samsung guy. I have a Samsung S4 and looking forward in the near future to upgrade and see how that goes. I think it's interesting because Loop Pay, they were supporting iPhone before, and you see this a lot in the tech companies. A company supporting one ecosystem, and then another ecosystem, in this case Samsung and Android, with also Tizen, comes in and swoops up and buys them. And I wonder if they will continue to make Apple cases or if it will be Samsung only. And of course, this will not be cases, but this Loop Pay will be integrated into the phone itself. And what you do is you walk up to the register and existing card swipers. You don't have to swipe your phone. I don't think you can fit in those swipers. You have to crush it down. But you can just set it next to that swiper, and it gives up a radio frequency, which is recognized by that magnetic swiper. And there's a communication thing that goes on. You choose which card you want to use. You hit pay, and it's done securely. So what do you two think about everything in our lives, including credit cards, debit cards, rewards cards, and also, some states are like Delaware and Iowa are getting into having your license, your driver's license, on your phone as well. What do you think about everything going digital on our phones?
Well, I think it's a natural evolution, and especially in payment, because business owners are always looking for better, easier, and more ways that they can get your money. Anytime that they can have access to funds and accounts you have easier and quicker, they're going to be able to make sales that they wouldn't make if, say, you have a PayPal account or an Amazon payments account that are not quite hooked in. I think everything is going to be evolving so that we can use things like Loop Pay and Amazon payments, and all of these systems are going to come together, just like before people had to use like when you're using your credit card. You remember these things where you put a credit card in and then they slowly swipe over it to make a little imprint of it?
Yeah.
So the natural evolution from that was to go to card readers, and I think the next step is this kind of thing, going from card readers to Loop Pay. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the time when I've got a little chip in my thumb, and that's all I have to remember to take with me. I am never going to forget my wallet again.
At least it's not on the inside of your nostril, so you have to touch it every time you want to.
Yeah, I think that would be a little impractical. Maybe on my ear, maybe on my thumb.
Don't forget the password to your thumb.
On that same note, while you were talking there, Mike, the only thought that was going through my head was, if they bring this to vending machines, dear heavens, am I in trouble?
You get so fat.
Oh no!
What about security, though? I mean, do you guys trust everything digital format and on the cloud with these phone companies?
I think there's... Okay, so yes, there is a real danger there, but I think it's the same real danger as, oh, my kids are going to get kidnapped because they walked out to the mailbox, It's something that's publicized so widely, but I don't believe it happens as often, especially to, if somebody gets into our account, then they're going to be like, holy cow, let me put some more money in here for these people. Those poor people. How are they feeding their children?
So are you part of the it's not going to happen to me crowd?
I am.
I kind of am too.
I'm an optimist.
I don't think something's going to happen. I mean, it happens to everybody, but I think these companies are getting better at security. There'll always be issues, but overall, I think we're going to be okay. Erin?
Well, it's just a liability issue. It's your money, but it's their system that's using to be transferred from your account to their account. And they have a huge amount of liability if anything goes wrong. We've seen as, break-ins at Target and other big companies have had hackers get in and steal information, and it's a huge headache for them to go back and provide, retroactive credit monitoring and all this other stuff. It seems to me that they realize that because they have such a large liability involved, they are going to take the steps necessary to protect their money. And that means protecting their customers' information.
Well, I hope they do. I mean, it's not always 100% sure, but hopefully they are going to take those steps. Well, that's it for our discussion today. Thanks for watching and liking and commenting on the video. You can find links for today's show in today's story. Today's story is in the show, in the Weekly Geek News Show Tumblr page at weeklygeeknewsshow.tumblr.com.
Yeah, visit the Tumblr page. It makes it so that you feel like you've got a backstage pass before our show even begins.
I should charge for the Tumblr page. Thank you very much. I'm going to do that. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. If you get some value out of the show, go ahead and share it with your friends and family and anybody else you meet on the street. You can have a voice in what I share for next week's show by sharing news in the comments below or send me an email at weeklygeeknewsshow@gmail.com. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and have fun. And a new show will hopefully be available next Friday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.